Evet arkadaşlar, hoş geldiniz. Bugünkü Witcher 3 videomuz bir ara görev olan aile meseleleri. Aile meselelerinde bildiğiniz gibi Baron karısını arıyordu. Kızıl Baron. Ana isimli karısını biz Orman Hanımları bölümünde görmüştük. İşte ana görevi bitirdikten sonra ana ile ilgili bilgiyi vermek için Baron'a gideceğiz. Baron'a gitmek için karga tüneyine geldik. Karanın evini biliyorsunuz, tam burada. Onun için hemen yola çıkacağız. Kılıçla kestim. Hiçbir zaman herhalde tamir olmuş şekilde olmayacak. Baronun kızı Tamara'yı Oxenford'da bul. Chest'i bir tamir edelim.
How may I assist you?
Bu chest'i bir tamir et.
Looking for someone who can craft me some armor. Gotta be top quality.
Well, I've been at it 20 years now. Mastered the craft in some respects, if I do say so myself.
You wish.
Don't listen to her. She's been sore lately, snorting every chance she gets. So, what kind of armor are we talking about?
Light, but durable. Can't constrain movement, and I gotta be able to get in it without anybody's help.
That all?
Öyle bir şey
Sure, it
olursa
should be
ben de alayım.
self-cleaning. And how about it wipe your arse after you take a shite in the bushes?
Comfortable, strong, and light will be just
Sağlam ve
fine.
hafif olması yeterli.
Ought to know one thing when it comes to armor. If it's got to be durable, it can't be light.
It can. Just needs the proper tools to make it. Tools like the folk of Clan Torderoch use on Undvik.
Joanna, I told you time and again to stay silent when I talk to customers. Shouldn't pester folk with those
Erkek egemen bir
nonsense
toplum.
legends of yours.
It ain't legend, and it ain't nonsense. My granddad would go to Undvik for his armour. Said Torderoch folk made the best. Till last year, that is, when a giant ravaged their island. Inhabitants either ran off or died, but the forge should still be in one piece.
Worth looking into. Say I find the tools. Will you craft the armor for me?
On condition you bring the tools. But only then.
These legends
Görev
mention where the
dağıldık
forge
herhalde.
might be.
Yes, north side of the isle, in a cave. Clan folk carved out a rock face to build it.
Look for the tools
Hoşça
next time
kalın.
I'm in Skellige. Take care now.
Skelik. Burası yüksek level ya.
How can I help you?
Take care now.
How may I assist you?
Tamir etmeyi bulamadım herhalde.
Need some armor.
Onar. Maşallah. Para azaldı.
So long.
Ever heard of preventive arse whooping?
I'm listening.
Ne haber Kızıl
What do you
Baron?
come to me with?
Karının yerini biliyorum Baron.
Got news of your wife.
Plowing hell, why'd you not say so forthwith? Where is she? Why have you not returned with her?
She's in Crookback Bog. Got food, a place to live, and keeps herself busy. Didn't look like she had the slightest desire to leave.
You were to bring her back,
Gayet
not
de
report
meşgul
on the
gerçekten.
conditions she lives under.
I was supposed to find her, and I did. That was our deal, nothing more.
Paramı ver.
You still
Yok,
think
Ciri'yi
me
anlatacaktım.
rotten to the core. A base bastard, don't you? You believe I alone am at fault for what happened here.
Doesn't matter what I believe.
Yet, looking at you, I see contempt. Can't speak for the world you witches inhabit, but in ours, nothing is ever black and white.
Empati
Probably
yapalım
gonna
ya.
say you're not the only one to blame. All right then. I'm willing to hear your side of the story.
Belki yumuşar. Empty.
With Annie, it was love at first sight. A spear tore through my shoulder at the Battle of Anchor. She tended to my wound. Once I'd recovered, I asked her to marry me.
Gerçekten aşk hikayesi.
Wept with joy. Soon after, Tamara was born. And after that, they sent me to Sidaris. A warlord had risen against King Ethan, and Foltest sent help. It was one battle to the next, one conflict after another. It was a life of war. I was seldom home, and I found comfort in drink. Grew so fond of hooch, I couldn't part with it when I did get home.
Alright.
Sonra ne oldu?
What then?
I went from front to front, battle to battle, collecting soldiers' coin, while Anna sat alone with the babe for months. Later, I learned she'd not been so alone after all. For nearly 3 years, she'd found comfort in the arms of one
Orospu.
woman, a childhood friend, a dog's bunghole. Understand, damn it? One tussle in the hay I'd have waved aside, put it out of my mind. But the woman cuckolded me for years, without a
Bilsem orada
whisper of
öldürürdüm.
concern for me, for my love.
How'd you find out?
Came home one day and Anna was gone. The things too. Found a letter. She wrote that she didn't love me. That she'd left me for that knob licker and taken Tamara with her. Felt like I'd been rammed in the arse by a horse. I went to find the bugger, to get the girls back, bring them home. Yet soon as I saw him, something turned inside me, something dark. I slaughtered the shit-eating twat and fed his carcass to the dogs.
Imagine Anna wasn't exactly pleased.
Ha! Naughty understatement if I've ever heard one. She flew into a fit, hysteria, threw herself at me,
Yani
kicking and
sevdiğini
clawing.
öldürdü.
Finally grabbed a knife. It would have been the end of me if I'd not leapt aside. It was the first time I hit her. I had to calm her. Felt I had no other means. Things changed. They would never be the same. Anna tried to take her own life, and mine, several times.
Fiş
She would
fişlikliyor.
prod me, goad me, taunt me, in the hope I would hit her again, perhaps. She'd scream that I'd robbed her life of love, that I'd destroyed the idea for her, and so might as well kill her. How many times I apologized. How many armfuls of blooms and gifts I brought. She cared not a bit. 2 years of her anger had turned to indifference, broken at times by her bouts of hysteria and my bouts of drunkenness. Cannot fathom how we survived those years, but we did. Though as you know now, not everything was as it might have seemed.
Yani anlaşılan birbirinizi hak ediyormuşsunuz.
Right. Faults on both sides, yours and hers.
I'm content that you finally see that. Very well then. If you won't bring Anna
O adam
home,
bana aşık oldu
you
artık.
might at least tell me how she landed in
İstediğimi
that blasted
yapabilirim.
swamp.
Of, tecrübeye bak.
She made a pact with the crones and...
Kocakarılarla
I think she
sözleşme
might have lost her
yapmış.
mind.
A pact? What the bloody hell?
She was with child, a child she didn't want to bear. Went to the crones for help. They promised to rid her of the problem in exchange for a year of her service. And they kept their word, in their own twisted way.
What do you mean?
Anna must have thought the child inside her would somehow disappear. Instead, the crones sapped her of strength, and ultimately forced her body to miscarry. I think that's when she started to lose her mind. Then they placed magic tethers on her, tethers that cause great pain when tested. A guarantee she'll pay off her debt.
A pact with witches? Bloody nightmare, sounds like some jest. We must get her out. We can't leave her there.
Ya orada bırakılmaz. Kanlı Baron'a benim de sempatim oluştu.
Venturing into the swamp, even with armed men, is just a bad idea. It's a dangerous place inherently, and I think those crones are a greater threat than anyone realizes.
I'll not sit on my arse waiting for them to return her. Would you wait? Count on their mercy if they had your daughter?
Probably not, but I'm a witcher.
And I'm a husband and a father who's fucked up his life and the lives of his loved ones. I'll gather my men, go there and retrieve Anna.
Şimdi Ciri'yi
We had a
öğrenelim
deal.
bakalım ne yapmış.
I've done my part. Your turn to do yours.
A word once given. Now what did I last...
Basilisk. It had just attacked you.
Ah, right. Gargantuan. One solid brute.
Ciri'yi oynayacağız.
Right in front of us. I thought we breathed our last.
Watch out!
If I don't
Basilisk.
survive this, you're to take whatever you want from the fortress.
You'll survive!
Let's show this bastard what we're worth.
Harry Potter'daki basılık daha zor. Kulenin tepesine ulaşıp Baron'u kurtar.
Damn it!
Lan
Can't
Baron,
leave him like that.
şuradan mı gidiliyor ya? Yol görünüyor ama kapalı. Direkt herhalde. Karizmaya bak ya. Bizim kadar herhalde kanlı barona yardım eden yoktur.
You have everything?
Yes, thank you.
What you did for me, I shall never forget it.
İşte bu yüzden gitmeliyim.
I certainly hope not. It's brought me no small trouble.
Meaning?
I must flee. Wraiths pursue me. The Wild Hunt. I was foolish to use the power. They're sure to have caught my scent.
Wild Hunt? Pursuing you?
I'll endanger all of you by remaining here. You must tell the people to bar their doors and windows. And no one is to wander the night.
You? Where do you think you're going?
Now, I ride for Novigrad. And then who knows where.
Novigrad. Yüksek level oldu.
She mounted and rode off. It grew awfully empty without her.
Redanian armies blocked the Pontar crossing, yet you sent Ciri to Novigrad.
She was looking for a sorceress, and all of them are in Novigrad. Besides, I didn't leave her at the Redanians' mercy. I gave her a letter of safe conduct.
Where'd you get these letters?
Haven't always led this pack of jesters. Served in the Temerian army once.
Redanians guard the crossing.
True, but with a bit of fame and a friend here and there, well, banners and heraldry don't mean so much.
So there's a chance Ciri's still in Novigrad. Thanks for helping her.
It's nothing. Now you've learned what you wanted to know, you must be in a hurry. But, if you could...
Spit it out.
I want to go get Anna.
İşini kurtar.
Free her, bring her back.
Kurtaracağım lan.
I don't believe she's there willingly.
Must have not heard me. Any journey into the swamp is suicide.
I heard you, which is why I could use your aid. I've no more tales of Ciri to offer you, but go with me and I'll be generous with what I do have. Very generous.
İkna ettin.
Extra coin never hurt.
Ha! True indeed. I'll round up my men and ride to Downwarren. You can join us there.
Fine. Sounds good.
Aşağı al. Batı al.
There you are! Escaped again.
Gözlerim.
Sorry, we was never here.
What was that?
Ne de bu?
You tell me. Man or monster? My men call him Uma and say he's a beast. But he seems a man to me. Just hideous as Ardle's shit.
Canavara benziyor.
Doesn't look like a monster, but my medallion's trembling. Strange. Where'd you find him?
Funny story, actually. I won it in a game of cards.
Arada yenebiliyorsun demek.
Funny story. How so?
Went to Novigrad once to rest, indulge in the city's pleasures. Stayed at a tavern and some folk there were playing, so I joined in. Cards were kind that day. Had one devilish hand after another. Robbed the whoresons blind. One fellow, a merchant, took it especially hard. He'd gambled away everything he'd brought from Skellige. Wanted terribly to play another hand, so I agreed. Asked him what he had to wager, and he showed me that sideshow. Not much in it for me, but fuck it, I thought. I'll give the man a chance to win something back. Luck was not with him, and Uma wound up here at Crow's Perch. End of story.
Hilarious. Real side splitter.
Oh, you wouldn't know a good tale from a runny fart.
Proper baron now. Even got a jester.
Aye, though I feel something's not right with him.
How so?
Well, he seems
Shit
more
çıkacak.
beast than man. But there's wisdom, cunning in the bastard's eyes. Or maybe I'm imagining it. Ever run into anything like him?
No, but he doesn't look dangerous.
I guess that's that. Doesn't eat much, so as long as he's no trouble, the boys might as well have some diversion.
Time I was on my way. So long.
Farewell. I hope you find your daughter. And prove a good father to her.
Giderken bir şey bıraktı, öyle gitti. Evet arkadaşlar, bu bölümün de sonuna geldik. Action'ın az olduğu, sinematiğin bol olduğu bir bölümdü. Ama büyük ihtimalle Baron'un karısına da yardım edeceğiz. O bölümde görüşmek üzere. Şimdilik bu videoyu burada bitiriyorum. Seviye 9. Evet. Evet. Kendinize iyi bakın.